Okay, Mr. James Cook, you know, in the courtroom, we can't refer to George Floyd as the victim. We can't refer to Chauvin, Derek Chauvin, as the defendant. They are both Mr. But I want you to tell me, with this blood choke, is Donald Williams giving us the straight scoop as to what it is? Is it dangerous? Is it torture? And is he an expert?
I would say, first of all, I want to say for sure that Donald Williams is an expert. He is a wrestler who took up jiu-jitsu to do MMA fighting. Wrestlers have changed the sport of jiu-jitsu, so his expertise is top notch, and like you said, he's learned from our coach, who sort of transitioned into American grappling, which is this style of wrestling with submission holds and chokes. Now, about the blood choke, the difference between the blood choke and the air choke: a blood choke can put you out really quickly. In fact, sometimes you may not even have a chance to tap. That is to signal that you're suffering or that you're losing your air. That's with blood chokes. Whereas air chokes, you do have an opportunity, but they create discomfort. So if you apply a blood choke for too long, there is a possibility that someone could be seriously injured or die from it. And what you're seeing there, what you're showing us right now, where Chauvin's knee was on was on his neck. What we're talking about here for the grapplers that are watching this is, it looks like a variation on the baseball bat choke, which is a really dangerous choke, and you're not going to see a lot of times in training. Maybe you'll see it in competition, but in competition you have referees to make sure that there's safety, that the safety regulations are adhered to.
So, James, I know that it's been a long day for you, but I really do want you to come back. But I also want you to listen to Joe Scott Morgan, our forensic advisor right now on this case. Joseph, we talked before about the purple, which I had written down that he was turning, according to one of the witnesses. And we talked about it can be reflective cyanosis, which means there's very low oxygen. That blood choke that Mr. James Cook, our expert, our lawyer, civil rights lawyer, is in the same gym as Mr. Williams. Could that cause that cyanosis?
Yeah, most certainly it can. There are any other number of contributing factors with this kind of cyanotic response that we see. Most of the time when you're talking about an event that's referred to as congestive failure, you'll see essentially from the nipple line up, the individual will become kind of purple in color. You might see a frothy edematous cone, but this can be manifested again with both an obstructive event relative to the airway and also the blood vessels, in addition to any kind of ingestion of medications as well. There's any number of them that can have this effect. At the end of the day, though, it does compromise an individual's ability to breathe and to process oxygen either way. And when reviewing Mr. Floyd's autopsy report, his lungs were significantly heavier.
And Joseph, we have to stop you right there because we are 30 seconds left. We are at the end of the show. I want both of you to come back. I know, Mr. Cook, you just had a short time today, and I'm so sorry. But that's what happens when you have live testimony in this case of Minnesota versus Derek Chauvin. Tomorrow, Genevieve Hansen will be back on the stand under cross-examination after her stern warning from Judge Peter Cahill.